And this is the first episode of the Blue Clouds official channel. For the first episode, we have the Tyron Woodley Jake Paul fight live. Now, this will go out the day after, but it is live for us, so it'll be our live reactions. You might already know the result, and if you do, then stick around so you can see our reaction. And if you don't know the result, then stick around to find out with us. Currently, it's a Tyron Woodley walkout, and yeah, we are only moments away from, hopefully, what predictions? I think that it will be Jake Paul, Jake Paul TKO, round 5. My prediction.
It's a hard one to predict because there's so many options, and like each fighter's got pros and cons and everything surrounding it. But I'm thinking it's going to be Jake Paul in a later round, probably a TKO, or it might go to decision. So I'll put that out there in the universe as well.
Okay, so late TKO or decision?
Either or.
Yeah, I think round 4, Tyron Woodley. TKO.
Round 4. So you're going one round earlier. Wait, you're doing Tyron Woodley to win?
Tyron Woodley, yeah. Round 4.
Okay.
I think when he fought the people he's fought, Darren Till and whatnot, no one... Jake Paul doesn't punch harder than any of them.
Oh, well.
And he survived Darren Till, so he can survive fucking...
We will see. But we are literally only moments away.
I don't know what music he's listening to.
He's currently cruising about the ring.
Yeah.
So it must be something like hardcore.
He's got like the...
Taylor Swift's new album.
He's got like the focus locked in killer eyes, so it does look like he's probably listening to like some...
Rihanna.
Yeah, it would be Rihanna. Maybe some Beyonce.
You never look as hard as him and listen to gangster music.
Maybe I could see him listening to like some...
Miley Cyrus, Wrecking Ball.
Okay, that's not a bad shout, Wrecking Ball. Maybe Katy Perry?
First view of Jake Paul. Yeah, either or.
What was that, Katy Perry? Is it like Candyland or something? The one with Snoop Dogg?
Nah, Snoop Dogg, that's too gangster for him. No one looks that gangster and listens to gangster music.
Here comes Jake Paul. He does have really cool shorts that have like his name lighting like going around it.
Yeah, like it's a
like advertisement board thing.
Yeah. Here he comes. Oh, they're even on the bottom, like... they're pretty mint.
It's a cool top as well. It's got like... Is that all the sponsors?
American football team.
It's NFL.
NFL, yeah.
I don't know. Is that an NFL jersey?
I think it's like a mashup. Like,
it's like a custom made thing.
Is that, yeah? Oh, is it got...
I think it's Cleveland Sports.
Because we've seen earlier on that he got gifted it from the... Like there, Phil.
I think
it's
yeah.
I actually got
that's pretty...
Ohio State and nothing.
Oh, I think it's... Yeah, that's pretty good.
A bunch of mashups of sports.
If you were to be a fighter, what would be your like music to listen to?
What,
like,
walkout song? Oh.
No. You know Woodley right there was... Oh, here comes his robot. You know Woodley there, right? He was walking around and he was in the zone with his headphones on. What song would you be listening to if you were Woodley?
Probably just like probably just calming music or something, like soothing stuff.
Whale noises.
They're not whale noises, but like something soothing, calm you down, because you'll be quite anxious and nervous, I suppose.
Soul music.
Yeah, like the waves.
I'd probably go the opposite way. Something like proper like rock and roll,
I'd go. Here's one. Remember Denzel Curry Ultimate?
Yes.
That would put that on.
Because then you'll do it and then you'll go, oh, I'm ready, bang, knocked out.
True. Or you go, you're ready, and then you knock the person out.
Yeah, but I couldn't go any other way than that. It's either get knocked out.
Yeah. But listen, it puts on a show for the people.
Season of
Jake Paul, big pedo.
Look at him. Jake Paul is dancing around the ring, so we're literally probably a minute away from...
Do you know something that's quite annoying, actually? Do you know his corner's got the orange tops on and the yellow trousers on? That's quite... Just go orange and orange or yellow and yellow.
I feel like...
Yeah, just pick one.
Yeah, good riddance.
Or at least like go... Yeah, that is pretty stinky. They should have been like orange and black.
Or colours that match.
Or yellow and black. Jake Paul, record 3 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 3 KOs. Impressive. but kind of. Well, it's kind of, but kind of not, because
When you take into
at the same
account
time, like Nate
people
Robinson, trash. Ben Askren, trash. And then Gibb was also pretty trash.
Yeah.
But obviously, we've seen if Jake Paul wins this, he's been called out already by Tommy Fury previously.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what he's looking forward to if he makes it through this at least. But if he gets slumped, I don't know. What
I feel
happens.
like, you know how with Jake, right, how he's always been calling out like KSI stuff, and all the stuff he says like KSI's ducking. Now that Tommy Fury's called him out, if he
tries to fight KSI,
if he tries to fight someone else,
yeah, he's
it's like, no, you're ducking. So I feel like if he wants it or not, he's kind of forced into it. But
Tyron Woodley's older than I thought. I didn't think he was back in 39.
nah, he's old, 39 years old.
If Jake Paul went on to beat Tommy Fury, like KSI, there's no reason
Yeah,
for
it's a massive step back. Even if he beats Woodley, it's a step back.
I think.
definitely.
It's a step back no matter who he beats. I think if he loses to Woodley, maybe take
But
KSI.
Would I say that? Yeah, would. He fought Ben Askren. Okay, I feel like after Ben Askren fight, fought KSI.
That'd
That's
have been
fine.
a
But
logical
it was
step.
after this fight, if he wins, like, why did he fight KSI?
I think if he loses
He
against
could just go into like pro fighters at that point, or he could just go into other MMA fighters.
if he loses to this to Woodley, then I think KSI is a good step to get back on track. So I think he beats KSI.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I think KSI said he was looking at Austin McBroom or something like that, kind of a stepping stone to get to Jake Paul
That's the,
first.
like the KSI won't. I don't think he'll fight Jake Paul even in 2022 if he wins. He's still far behind in terms of technical ability.
KSI Austin McBroom fight was a rumor to be on the Social Gloves event too. So, if that is the case, that could be another episode.
Could be, yeah.
Social Gloves 2, and we can we can watch that like we're doing with this, and just think we can then insert this exact clip of us saying that KSI versus Austin McBroom on Social Gloves 2.
Exactly.
We will watch it, and then we will be
you're
if it
welcome.
happens. Just watch like the main event of Social Gloves 2 be like Gibb versus
Tana Mojo.
no, you know what? If Tana, who do you think she could fight? Who was it who called her out? Karina Kopp.
That was, yeah.
Them two can go for a scrap. I think.
Don't care who wins. I just hope both ladies have fun.
I think Gibb, we need to do Dwarf Mamba from Logan Paul's crew.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a good fight for Gibb.
There's
They're
Logan-
both sort of evenly matched.
Is Kong the dog? Is that still a thing?
He got eaten by a coyote. Not to
Wait,
ruin the
what?
mood. Kong, Logan Paul's dog.
Oh
Is that
right.
what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the guy.
It got eaten.
I thought you were talking about. They just listed Tyron Woodley's weight is 159 pounds. He weighed in at 189. I don't think has Tyron Woodley ever been 159 pounds. If he has, it's not been a long time.
Yeah. He's still got them headphones on. So he must be 3/4 of the way through Donda by now.
Oh my god! Imagine he's listening to Donda. It's just Kanye West, Atomic God.
Is that a certain brand of headphones? 'Cause he's probably
I think it's probably
Beats,
Beats
bro,
or
yeah.
something.
This
Yeah.
is beautiful mother. What a wonderful woman.
I think, do you think he's forgot he had them on? Just
Imagine.
Just go on with it.
But when you talk about Kong there, I thought you were talking about the dwarf who looked like Gordon Ramsay. And he got eaten by badgers. You remember him?
No, not at all.
That's so sad. It's
Oh,
so
gee,
sad. The poor guy. Yeah, he was like Gordon Ramsay but a dwarf, and then he went missing, and then they found him half eaten in a badger. Then
all small feelings to get fed from. A badger.
that's so bad that we're laughing at that. He actually got. That must have been like one of the worst deaths.
Definitely. 'Cause
Getting eaten alive by badgers. Because the thing is, he was half eaten.
Is it badgers or is it skunks that stinky shit?
Skunks.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's Logan Paul and his mum. Look at that guy on the left.
Look at a big robot. That's what I'm looking at. How much do you think it cost? Is there a man inside the robot suit or like remote control?
Yeah.
Think he's a tall man. I think he's just.
No, we're on stilts.
Yeah, he'd probably be like average. I don't know.
That's pretty talented if he can dance and whatnot.
He'll be a gymnast.
He deserves more praise than he does.
I actually wonder how much you think he's getting paid. It'll probably something like
Who the bear? Who the
the guy in the suit.
robot?
The guy in the suit. Maybe something like $1,000 for like the day.
Yeah, £6 an hour minimum wage.
Imagine. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me. But now the fighters have just touched gloves. They're going back into their corner. We are about to see maybe history.
And it's underway.
What would you say would be more groundbreaking if Jake Paul gets knocked out or if Jake Paul knocks out Tyron Woodley?
If Jake Paul gets knocked out. I think Jake Paul's a favourite.
He is a favourite. He is a favourite.
Yeah, so I'd say it's been more surprising if he gets knocked out.
Well, round 1 has...
Just about to begin.
Yeah. It's
Commence.
begun.
And we're off.
Ooh,
Straight
okay.
away, he's using the give technique. He's going down low,
Yeah, he is.
but
He's...
will it work? I don't know.
I don't know if I've ever seen a boxer start a fight by going super low like that, trying to hit a right and then sprinting across the ring. But
Obviously, Woodley, he's used to. Was he in MMA?
Yeah.
he was UFC for a
UFC.
very long time. Ex-world champion in UFC. He is excellent wrestler and also has a lethal right hand. So,
He's also 3 losses in a row.
and he did kind of have a good chin, but I feel like in his last couple of fights, like I don't know, maybe I don't know. It's a weird thing because you wouldn't imagine your chin would get worse with age, but it looks like it has. Because I feel like Tyron Woodley a good couple of years ago was like really at the top of his game, kind of unstoppable. Like, see when he beat Darren Till, the way he beat Darren Till as well, you're like, this guy's unstoppable. He's gonna be champ for a long time, and then he just fell apart. But
To be fair, he's lost. He's only lost to, like, world champions, and the top dogs have like his
Yeah.
weight. So
the people, yeah, he's fought some nasty fighters, and he's beaten some nasty fighters. So
but Jake Paul's like
Jake Paul is hitting
He's
some
looking at-
very nice
yeah.
shots. He just hit a 3 jab combination, and all 3 landed. 2 of them pretty flush. The other one kind of skiffed off the glove.
he's looking confident. He's looking, yeah, he knows what he's doing.
It looks like Jake, yeah, he is a more confident fighter. He's landed more shots, and he's landing. He's kind of moving around the outside. I think just
Woodley's just
feeling out
feeling him out a
Tyrone.
bit,
I
yeah.
think he's going to maybe nice combination from Jake, and it was really quick. It was a body shot then up top. Yeah, Jake's just feeling him out. I feel like you might see good right hand there.
He's pushed him back quite a lot there. Like,
I
got
think you
back
might see
his chin.
Jake from round 2 onwards start to use the right hand a bit more. I think he's just feeling out Tyrone.
Yeah, definitely.
If I was Woodley though,
I think Woodley's main problem is I think he's going into this underestimating Jake Paul.
Woodley hit some nice body shots there.
There's a lot of speculation about Woodley. He's just like doing it for the money and doing it for a big paycheck. Because to be fair, the bag he's making from this, in comparison to his MMA days, I think it's a lot bigger.
It is. This is the if the numbers are true, this is his biggest pay check ever.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think nice right hand from Woodley. It looked like it
10 seconds left of the first round.
didn't fully connect though. It looked like it kind of just slid off Jake, but power was there, and that's the power we're talking about, the Woodley power, which is more capable of knocking out people. But
That's the first round done.
first round is finished.
I think Jake Paul edged it for me, probably.
Maybe
Quite a
10-9,
feel out first round. I wouldn't put much in it.
just
No one
standard.
really did
First
it.
rounds come. It is a long fight with rounds, so you
8
do
rounds.
expect them to take it slower compared to like past fights with influencers and stuff where they've not
Yeah.
got as many rounds, so they
Nate
kind of do have to
Robinson's-
speed
Even
up.
Ben Askren that first round. So it's
I feel like the Ben Askren one, he
Flick.
maybe got paid a little bit
we
extra
don't-
to lose because there's no way you. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past that. Yeah.
But that is round 1 done. Round 2 is coming up. As I said, I feel like Jake won that, but
definitely not much in it. Not many punches connected for
I think
any
just
fighter.
Woodley didn't really throw enough. He had to kind of push out some more punches, but at the same time, when you're a smaller fighter for reach, it is harder to, because most of the punches you throw is jabs, and it's harder to throw loads of jabs when you're smaller because you're more kind of just pushed out the side. But
Second round.
Always.
Woodley's coming in with a combination, but it didn't look like it landed. Jake hits her right, and it pushes Woodley, but
He shakes his head there. Do you see that?
he shaked his head, so I don't think it done anything.
Woodley just can't get close enough to Paul.
Which is a testament to Paul's ability.
And his long
Definitely.
arms.
It's a long reach, yeah. That's what.
But I would say Jake does look fast.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And if you're comparing it to his last performances, like he's definitely got better and more like quicker and more like the
he
skill
looks
set.
more mature as a fighter, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good way to put it.
A bit of showboating, yeah. Looking at the crowd for a miss by Tyrone, and he's now.
That's got to affect Tyron, though. It's got to annoy him.
I don't know. I think he might just, he's
He's been in it.
I know he's been in it, but at the same time, he's never fought someone as, in terms of fighting ability, as.
What, you're going to say as good as Jake?
Uneducated and
Oh, right, as
poor
uneducated.
quality. So it's really when someone that you know, technically you're a better fighter than, starts taunting you in the ring.
Good jab from Tyrone there. Pop Jake's head back. I think that's probably the cleanest punch that he's landed.
This so far is definitely looking like it's Jake's hardest opponent. Like
Yeah.
like that's
Already.
untested. Yeah.
Tyrone could get hit with a right hand right now and get knocked out, and it would
still
would
be
still his hardest opponent.
Or at least maybe
the
it's Deji
one
at the start. Yeah.
But when he fought Deji, he was quite
Yeah, but
novice.
And then
But
both
now he's been
fighters
doing
has
it for-
poor quality fight. Just
it's a good jab from Jake there, right for the guard of Woodley.
He's had 3, almost 4 years of experience. Like Deji on when was that? Like 2017ish.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's mental how he's come far. To be fair to him.
Yeah, in such a short space of time, he has improved.
Nice combination from Jake. Left hook lands upstairs on Woodley.
I don't think anyone seems too
Woodley
hard
again.
so far.
He's absent. He's not landing. He's not thrown anything.
I think you can tell none of them are like boxers for other life. Like they're both still quite new.
It's just
compared to some of the other fights.
Jake does hit a nice counter there when Woodley was trying to come in with a combination, and Woodley just missed every shot.
Yeah, I think accuracy here is really.
Maybe I'm trying to think like for confidence. If you're trying to come in with like a 3-piece combination, and every single one misses, and then you get tagged on your way out, it's not going to be good for confidence. But
2 and almost finished the second round, and Willie couldn't have hit more than 15 hits the whole round.
now we
The whole 2
I
rounds.
don't think 10. I think
The end of the
single digits.
second round.
Again,
I'd probably.
10-9
I think
Jake, but
I think maybe Willie could edge that there.
no, I think 10-9 Jake, but it's purely because
There's
Jake's
not much.
throwing punches.
I don't think Woodley's been hurt yet.
Like there's nothing Woodley's done. We can go.
Kennel's been
That's
hurt,
going to give him an edge because he's not landing anything.
Yeah, even that last punch just there at the end of the round, he swung. He's super fast, but it's just
Miss.
it was nowhere near him. It was like there was a
That's
full
it.
country in front of him.
We'll see. But I do think that maybe Woodley, as the fight goes on, he might become.
That's a good hit there.
There's a
He'll
highlight
definitely
of
grow into it. Woodley
Jake's.
is. I
left
think
hook
Jake Paul will also grow into it. So both fighters. In the
See, I
later
think Jake is
rounds.
going to get worse the longer the fight goes on, and I think Woodley might get better, but I think he'll get better because of Jake getting a bit more sloppy. Which doesn't make sense.
I predicted a Woodley 4th round TKO, and already just the 3rd round starting, it looks very unlikely that happens.
Well, we've seen in the UFC Woodley knock out someone with one punch. So
there was a
Woodley starts every round fast, and he slows down.
Jake comes in with a 1-2, and it does land, and they are now clinched up, which is never fun. We don't want hugging, we want punching. Good body shot from Woodley. Good jab from Jake. Woodley.
He's just been too hesitant. He doesn't know when to throw and when to sit back.
There's no way on paper that Tyron Woodley should lose this.
Yeah, definitely.
In terms of fighting ability, of course, yeah.
Oh, that's a nice 1-2 from Woodley there. Both land, and another jab from Woodley. There you go, catching Jake. And that's what I think, if it goes on later, he'll catch Jake more like that because Jake will get sloppy. Nice combination
combo.
from Jake. Landing.
Again, I don't think
with another big jab.
I don't think any fighter's been too phased by any hits so far.
No.
They're both.
So that's a nice
Woodley
left hook from Jake. Hit Woodley right in the side, right in the temple. Yeah, it's just Woodley's coming forward, combination, but
Like the first half of this round, Woodley's definitely came more into it than the previous two.
Woodley going for a jab, and it misses. Jake jabbing, keeping Woodley at range.
You just can't get past Jake's jab.
I can't believe how energetic they are for 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's
so mental.
Nice uppercut from Jake there. This is just... You can already kind of feel how it might go. Matt Woodley tries to hit with a counter right hand, misses.
You know, you can't ever really 100% predict it because it's just one punch it takes just to change the full thing. That's what's like fun about it. That's what the thrill and the gets you going.
Never count him out, but nice jab there from Jake again. And a nice right hand.
I think I do want Jake to win. I think at this point I'm wanting Jake.
The Tommy Fury Jake Paul fight that is fun if it does happen. But
what do you think Jake's direction if he loses?
I think if he loses, I think he's got to go back down to KSI, get another win, and go back up. I think.
Do you think KSI accepts it? Not because
I don't think KSI accepts it
KSI.
yet.
I do think KSI in a way is ducking Jake because Jake has better boxing than him. So I think that KSI will see he's lost and he'll use that as like, I don't need to fight you because you've lost and I haven't lost.
Oh, that was a good fight there. Good hit.
Third round finish.
Woodley did hit a nice right hand that did connect right at the end of the round. Oh, Woodley's mum.
Yeah, but I don't know about KSI. Like, and it won't be this year definitely.
He's definitely
starting next year. Not really.
KSI loses.
If KSI loses, I don't know where he goes from there.
Paul Mums, and there's Julia Rose as well.
Oh, yeah, that's mini Jake Paul in the background.
So
dressed like him.
Julia Rose. He did say he was wanting to marry Julia Rose. Jake. I don't know when he wants to do that, but he does. There's just highlights again of nice shots from Jake.
Another close round though. I don't think there's been a clear-cut winner in any round so far.
I think it's Jake again, 10-9. So that's
3 rounds to Jake.
3.
That's the case.
Okay.
So Woodley needs to start either. Well,
He needs to be careful. He's going to go around his overhand rights and he's going to get caught and he's going to get...
There's a right hand there that right at the end of the round, the one that hit, and Jake's unhappy with that. But there's nothing to be unhappy about because he's shouting as if he hit after the bell, but he didn't. It was just a nice fair hit.
If this goes to decision, it'll be Jake Paul's first fight with it like a knockout?
It'll be his first fight. Yeah, first fight without a knockout, and then also his first fight that's went decision.
Because his first Deji, that was an amateur one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the towel got thrown in.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
Nice hit for Woodley there.
He had the Nate Robinson fight. Was it Nate Robinson? No, it was Gibb fight that he won by TKO. Then Nate Robinson he won by KO, and then the nice right hand in the clinch from Woodley there. And then it was the
Ben Askren fight.
They also won by KO. Ref's just a bit unhappy with Woodley there. Give him a little warning.
Very shiny head, the referee.
Actually, that's too fair.
I can almost see me watching it through the screen.
I do think, though, like you can kind of see Woodley is getting better as the fight's going on and Jake is getting worse. But saying that, Jake had just hit a nice jab there. And a combination that was hit by Woodley's guard, but...
I don't think any of the fighters are slowing down as much as like you would expect. They've obviously put a lot of work into cardio and making sure they don't gas out, and you're playing it well so far.
But one thing no one can take away from Woodley is at being 39 years old, he's in incredible shape.
What round was did the Nate Robinson fight go to?
That was
second.
1 or 2.
Because if you think second round in first round Ben Askren, he's never really gone the distance.
No.
So it's
we've never seen that.
But at the same time, like you would
expect
in training,
him to,
you would have
of course.
won.
But I think it's different when you've got however many thousand people there cheering or booing you. So,
but also
it'd be nice to see him
the
go a
actual
distance.
fight is always nice right hand from Woodley applying pressure to Jake. Now they're clinched up.
Now I think Jake's going to the clinch a lot more, being a lot more hesitant. I think
it is always different in the actual fight compared to sparring, because no matter what type of sparring you do, it's never going to be the same as the actual fight. Nice right hand from Woodley. Jake is rocked by the looks of things, or was it maybe just a slip? I can't tell.
it looks
He's
like
still showboating though. He's got his tongue out.
Big
that's
jab,
good job.
big jab from Woodley. But the thing is with showboating is, I feel like fighters when they do showboat is they are hurt.
Yeah, it's to try and distract them and just...
Jake is hurt here. Big right hand from Woodley. The crowd is now behind Woodley. You can see people jumping out of their chairs.
Everyone in that
Uppercut
room.
from Woodley as well. And a left hook. Jake does hit a counter though.
Woodley just needs to keep on applying pressure.
Woodley hit.
Another good
Jake
jab in the
hit.
clinch.
Just needs to capitalise on this moment.
20 seconds left.
Dirty
before-
trades. Oh, this is a thrilling fight. I will say that.
Jake's he's still got his hands up. He's not.
I don't think he's been
Rocked.
properly rocked. I think that he might have slipped maybe.
10 seconds left in the fight. But this will hurt
Fourth round.
Jake's confidence, knowing that he did get hit.
What I think he'll do now is I think he'll come out in the 5th round, try and go for the finish. I think because I don't think he can risk another round after
He's
that.
smiling. He is smiling, but he's also breathing heavy.
That's definitely a round to Tyron.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
10-9 round to
That's not
Tyron
even
there.
arguing.
I think after that round, I think Jake Paul this round will go out and try and go for the finish because I don't think he can risk another round after this
I will say,
because you can tell he's starting to slow down definitely.
oh, here it is here. Oh, flush left hook from Woodley.
That'll be used in the clips. That'll be
Yeah.
It's a good shot. It's good.
This is the right hand that hurt him. Yep.
Did he slip though? Was that? Oh, it's not even a slip there. I don't think actually.
There was not one that wasn't as clean that kind of punch, but there was definitely one that was. See, look, Jake hits
that's
him
that's it there.
that's it.
Yeah, he was wobbled. That did. Yeah. If the rope wasn't there, he's on his arse.
Yeah, definitely. He was bouncing
And then he's
right
hit with
up.
a left uppercut, which didn't really hit flush, but at the same time, like it's still.
Still got a spring in his step. You see there, he's jumping.
I'm going to predict this will be a tough round, a good round for Jake Paul. Sorry.
We'll say a lot of people like what would you call them? Like the commentators or pundits, whatever you want to call them.
pundits.
Before
Good
when
jab,
they
Jake
were
Paul.
talking about it,
Oh,
good uppercut from Woodley. When they were talking about it, they were saying how the people around Jake wouldn't pick a fighter he couldn't beat.
Yeah,
I don't believe that because there was a rumor from the contract with this that he had a
Rematch
clause if he lost, and you wouldn't have that if you were super confident you'd beat the person you're against.
Oh,
You know?
good left jab from Paul.
Woodley's now, in the clinch, he's really shown his experience. You just feel like every time they get in a clinch, Woodley gets the better return.
Another thing in the contract is at the end of this match, the loser, who might get to see them get tattooed.
Yeah, I
We don't know
love.
who it is.
Yeah.
I think Paul will commit to it. I'm not sure about Tyron Woodley.
I don't think Tyron
I don't
would
think
do.
he's right into that idea. It was Paul's suggestion.
What I do wonder is, right, so, Jake's always kind of like the bad mouth, nice right hand from
good right
Woodley.
hand.
He's always kind of like the bad mouth, like, always disrespectful and
Problem
stuff. Do you
child.
think if he does lose, do you think he will become a bit more humble and respectful? Not just to Woodley, but
I'll
to
be
like
honest.
a lot of other fighters and opponents?
No,
You don't?
I think he'll just claim, "Oh, I got beat from a UFC Hall of Famer." So what? No, I mean,
Jake does a
it's-
1-2 and it just misses.
I think he'll use a claim that he's a UFC Hall of Famer. He's
But like,
one of the best in his weight. It was a very tough fight going into it.
a humble Jake Paul doesn't sell fights the same as this problem
Right,
child
yeah,
where
that's
he's
true.
acting. Oh, that was good.
Both hit,
Woodley shouting
Nice
him.
shot.
both trade left hooks there, but
Yeah.
it did look like Jake's was the better of the both.
In a close round so far, the 5th, with a minute left.
It
to
really
go.
has been a close round. I think right now, give it
I
a
give it.
tie.
Got 54 seconds left, but guess we just have to wait.
I think I'd maybe say right now Woodley possibly edges it to go 3-2.
Yeah, it's closer
To
than I
Jake Paul.
expected.
Nice
Oh,
jab
yeah.
there though. Pop Woodley's head back.
It's nice to see Paul still
Woodley hits a jab low.
keeping it.
I think you can take Jake Paul's definitely slowing down.
It's
Yeah,
safe to say
I
none of
did
them
say
have
that as well.
bad
But
chin.
later on, I
he's-
feel like Jake would slow down
Oh, good
and
jab
Woodley
from
would start
Woodley.
to become a bit more lively, and that's pretty much what's happened here.
Good jab for Woodley. Oh, he just missed.
I don't know
Clinch again.
It might have looked like Jake maybe tagged him there on the way in, but also it could have just skiffed away like we.
Yeah, it's Woodley applying all the pressure now. 10 seconds to go.
How long is a round in this? Is it
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, 5 seconds left. I think I'd edge this round to Tyron Woodley, I think.
Trading right at the end of the round.
Little argument after the
Yeah.
round finished. I
Words exchanged.
think I'd give that to Woodley. I think he started the fight, the round better. Jake Paul had a little bit in the middle, but I think Woodley also ended it better. So I think I'll give this round 4 to or 5, whatever.
I
it
really
is.
do feel like though the first if any, knockdowns will be really huge because whoever gets knocked down, their confidence is off, and then whoever gets a knockdown, they're just gonna really go for
really
it.
good
Well, hit
uppercut
to the neck
highlight.
there. Do you see that?
I think Woodley edged that there.
Woodley, I do think did
Another
get
good
the
jab, yeah.
better
Quick
shots,
touch
but I would put it as a draw because I feel like, I put that round as a draw.
If Woodley can,
If the
Woodley
people-
can win
It's round
this-
5.
Yeah.
we're on round 5. I'm putting as a draw. So first 3 were Jake, fourth was
second one,
Woodley,
yeah.
and I'm putting the 5th as a draw.
I'm giving first 3 Jake, fourth one Woodley, 5th one Woodley, and we're just
On
into
the
round
Sorry, it's
6.
round 6. So
Well,
let's see.
me and
Oh,
your predictions are gone.
Yeah, yes. Oh, it's a
lucky we
good start.
didn't put a bet on because the bookie would just take our money. But your
Thank
prediction is still on. That's back of the head from Jake Paul. So can't be doing that.
both fighters are still composed. They're still they're sticking to whatever plan they've got. But sometimes it can just go out the window.
The thing is, I think
Nice
Jake
jab.
Paul has almost reached his full potential this fight. I don't think Woodley has yet. I think Woodley's still got another gear he can come into.
I think it's easy to see that which one's the experienced fighter and
Yeah.
which one's the. done it
What I
for
would
3
say
years.
is that out of both the fighters, Jake is landing more shots. But if you were to predict who would get the first knockdown or who would get the knockout, it'd be Woodley because
The power he's
all
got
of this,
is-
power shots, significant strikes are from Woodley, not from Jake. And that's what puts you on your
Yeah,
arse. It's not the jab.
It's like all bias aside, it's good to see Jake Paul actually get hit and get
his
like.
left hand.
It's good to see him actually go the distance because we've never seen that before.
He's definitely been hurt a lot more than previous. Good combo for Jake Paul.
He's still going. He's still.
That was a good combo. Oh, he's now
There's no chance he's dropping him.
putting the pressure.
Woodley telling him to come again.
I will say though is like I'm not going to say that Jake can't knock him out, and the reason for that is because I don't think Jake's right hand is hit flush.
Yeah.
If it hits flush and it's not doing anything to Woodley, then you kind of know he's not going to knock out. But Woodley has hit Jake a couple times now, pretty
Convincingly.
Yeah, pretty clean. And
A minute left.
one of
in
them
the sixth.
would have put Jake down.
If the close now, yeah.
So we know that they are hurting, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Jake has shown his.
You can tell Jake's starting to fatigue a bit though. He's slowing down. He
As
can't
he
get out
would
the way
be,
as much. I think Woodley's still got a second gear to come into though. I think of all his experience, he'll know not to drain himself out in the first 5 or so rounds.
Well, we've got 2 rounds left, and we've got 30 seconds in the 6th.
I think this round I think is a tie. I think last round went to Woodley, but this one I could see as a tie. Maybe Jake Paul edges it.
I don't think we're going to see a Nate Robinson like 2.0, like
Nah,
slop him in the floor and just like leave him, like make a meme out of him if they say. But
Nate Robinson fight was so weird though as well.
so if
That's a
had
nice
hit- if
slip
that had
from
hit, yeah.
Woodley. Jake's looking over to his trainers there for advice, which isn't a bad thing because that's what the trainers are there
good
for.
left
Got a
hand.
good hit there.
But it also is quite worrying to see a fighter, sitting
Yeah.
with that look of worry, looking at his trainers, kind of like, what do I do?
What now?
I think both fighters underestimated each other's abilities going into this. I think Jake Paul significantly underestimated Tyron Woodley for some reason.
I mean, no matter what, this is good for Jake because if he wants to take boxing serious,
This
These
is a
are the
good
fights
fight
you need.
for it.
you need them to go to distance. And you need someone who's tough and who's hitting you hard.
He needs to realise if Tommy Fury is what's next and he does win this fight, Tommy Fury's going to be significantly better than Tyron Woodley was.
He's
And Tyron
bigger.
Woodley's-
He's bigger. He's faster. And he's not just. Is he bigger than Jake? They're both 6
Yeah.
foot,
6 foot,
but
sure, aye.
But Tommy's reach, like you can tell his arms are massive.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is his reach longer? Because if the case, like you're against, it'll be the first time he's
Fought
ever
someone
fought someone
bigger,
bigger than
yeah.
him. And I would say Tommy's probably faster than him.
Yeah. And even then, just far more experience in boxing.
But
Like
the
Woodley's-
power, I mean, I don't know.
I think the same
They're
goes.
probably about the same because Jake has knocked people out. You can't take that away from him, and so has Tommy. So
But I think this Jake Paul would
Nice
absolutely
right-handed
destroy
Woodley.
KSI. If that's
Oh,
what
he's
we're
coming
looking
in.
at.
I think Jake's actually getting frustrated because
I think he expected the fight to be
right
over by
there,
now.
Woodley goes to the right, it misses. You'd expect him to clinch up, tie up Woodley, and instead he tries to, throw a combo when it's just not an ideal position.
Jake Paul's starting to breathe really heavy now. Maybe not that he hasn't trained. Maybe he's not prepared for the fight to go this long. Maybe he was genuinely.
But Woodley has been really
composed,
effective in the clinch, hitting the body, working that away. So I do think that maybe that's also what's hitting him here.
I think if Jake Paul does go on to lose this fight, I do think that he can be proud of. He has done well. It's no denying that. The first 3 rounds,
A great hand there, just misses by Woodley.
Unless he gets absolutely floored.
Yeah, unless he gets embarrassing.
Yeah, but I can't picture that happening.
I do think, though, if Woodley wants to win this, because it will be biased towards Jake.
Oh, good left hand from Woodley.
Woodley does need to get a knockdown.
Yeah.
And not get knocked down himself, obviously.
Yeah, because it's Jake's event, is it not? Like, he's... Yeah.
And he is the kind of the prize fighter, because if Woodley wins, like...
He's definitely
Oh, it's another good hit for both fighters there.
Yeah, it's a good left from Jake there.
I think a lot of people that follow Jake, like me included, wouldn't have heard of Woodley and his past, but...
now you have.
Yeah.
Kind of Jake's put
I
you
think
on.
Jake's definitely the A side to this fight, so Tyron needs a clear win to go ahead with it.
Yeah, so there's no denying how many, what Jake Paul has done for boxing. Like, I think all the fans are probably our age and younger
Definitely,
have been attracted to boxing because of Jake Paul.
Minute left of round 7.
Another good. I think this has been Woodley's strongest round, I feel.
Both fighters have kind of slowed down, which is understandable. It's come to the end of the fight. But you just feel like if Woodley...
Another good left
He is
hand,
still coming through. I'm kind of eating my words when I said that, but you just feel like if Woodley had maybe was a little bit more... had the pace, nice left by Jake, had a little bit more pace on him and was throwing a little bit more, you've got to think that maybe Jake would be in a lot worse position.
Another good punch in the clinch from Woodley. I don't think Woodley seems too phased by Paul yet.
20 seconds left.
Of the 7th round, going into the final.
Just to say, though, about what our channel is going to be about, there is going to be all sorts of videos. We're going to be doing... Won't want to spoil it, because it kind of ruins the surprise of things, but it isn't like we're only doing watch-alongs. We just kind of saw this as like...
Yeah, good opportunity.
Yeah.
Something you can't miss. So...
It's a good title.
Yeah, good title. Nice little clickbait. And yeah. But we'll be doing all sorts, so make sure to, I don't know.
Did we even introduce ourselves? Or was it?
No, we actually haven't.
Should we do that or just leave it mysterious?
Good left hand, didn't see that.
It's just the highlights here. Jake Paul had a really nice right hand that we all missed.
Yeah.
I don't know how we missed that, because that's like probably
the cleanest
best
fight
punch
of
of
the fight, I'd say. I'd go as far. Definitely the round anyway.
the round, definitely.
Well, like Jake Paul, he's bright red, he's panting,
I think he's going to go all out this round. I think he's going to...
Is this the last round?
Yeah.
This is the last round, yes.
I think second wind. I think that was Woodley's most convincing round, I think. I think right now it's 3-3 in a draw.
Jake needs to watch himself, though, because if he goes out guns blazing against Woodley and Woodley matches slip and hat, that momentum can be really dangerous.
I think the winner of this round wins the fight. I think it's currently 3-3 draw.
Still got a spring in his step. The same spring that he had at the start of the match.
Yeah, I think both fighters will find a second win here. Oh, good
Nice
left hand.
right
I think Tyron's got this one.
Yeah,
Nice
another
jab.
good left.
He got out distance as well to avoid getting hit with a counter. Nice right hand again. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Nice left.
Oh, good left hand right.
Yeah, Woodley's. This is what I was saying. You hype Jake up to go in gun blazing, and then look what's happened.
It's the experience. He's just so fast and...
But like Jake Paul, you hear him, the build up to the fight, the press conferences, interviews, everything you see, it's all Jake like hyping himself up, and the more you hear it, the more you believe it.
I think rightly so. I think the hyping himself up, I don't think was unjust. I think even if he loses this fight, it's still the best performance he's had so far, I feel.
Nice right hand there, but Woodley's shaking it off. But as we all know, shaking it off and putting your tongue out and laughing does mean more times than not that it actually did.
It's easy to overestimate Jake's like natural talent and whatnot from what he said. So
He's a good boxer. It's kind of ruined by the fact he's a bit of a prick. Like, see if he was like cool and wasn't annoying and That's
If
why
you,
he said
if
so
you
many
were to
fights.
switch Jake's personality, then who would you switch it with?
Mine.
Nice.
I think if Jake could be easily loved person, like he's got charisma and he's got natural sort of. He's a funny guy. He is funny, to be fair, but
If he had his brother's personality, actually, I think would be
he acts like a villain and it works for him, so you can't fault him.
like what you
really.
said. It sells it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because no one wants to see a nice fighter fight somebody. You want to.
1 minute left of the round.
You
And it's
pay
the
and you
final
watch
round.
to see him get hit and see him get knocked out, but
I do think this is Woodley's round, but as I said, Jake is your guy. So if it does go to scorecards, I do think Jake wins. Even if he didn't win the fight, which to be honest,
I don't think he's this round particularly. I think this round was the most important one. I think it was a draw going into this. Right now, with 48 seconds left, I think Woodley's just edged it.
Woodley clips him again.
I think significant strikes far more landed for Woodley. I don't think many more total strikes have landed for Jake Paul. I
don't think we've seen any problem with the size difference in the.
the only side that I could see is the jab is maybe stopping Woodley getting as close as he wants. And if you still think there was that one, maybe the fourth round, the one little wobble Jake Paul had, I think,
Yeah.
where he fell into the rope.
I do feel like, though, if that, as I said, if it wasn't a rope, if it was more centre of the ring, he
10
would have been
seconds to go.
he would have been down.
I think if the
Jake's hit with
Another
another
good
right
hit.
hand there. Yeah.
if
He's
the
just
size
trying to escape.
differences were switched, I think it would be a lot less convincing.
Another good
few
right
more.
hand.
2-1.
Here we
bell.
go.
Fight over.
I think Jake does kind of know he's won because of
Jake celebrating it. All his teams celebrating like one, but
so's Woodley.
we never know.
Well, let's
right.
use this opportunity to actually say who we are and our names because we didn't say that at the start. I'm Cammy.
I'm Kyle.
And
Hello.
I am Lennon.
Yeah, so that's it.
Thank
That's
you.
our
much, yeah.
names. We forgot at the start, but yeah, that's it.
We're from Scotland and we're about 19-ish. 18.
No one's 19.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
19.
19. So what you're
That's
saying
what you
then?
need to know, yeah.
Doctors analysing Woodley.
What you're saying then?
I feel like if you want to analyse one of them, you'd more analyse
Yeah.
Jake.
I really can't tell. I'm not
Going into
educated
decision,
enough.
who you saying takes it?
Jake, for me, won round 1 to 3. Then draw. I would give it to, honestly, a draw because I'd give first 3 to Jake,
Right,
4th to draw,
right.
5th Woodley, 6th draw, 7th, 8th Woodley. Is that right? Or one of
No,
them is
that-
a draw. It might not be 6th, maybe 7th, but one of them's a draw for me. So it'd be 3 Jake, 2's a draw, and then 3 Woodley.
All right, okay.
So it'd be a majority draw. But we all know it's
It
not
will not finish a draw.
No.
But then again, maybe that's what the rematch clause is for. Get a draw, build up suspense,
Could be, yeah.
and then go again.
I do think it's a draw. Jake will beat Woodley.
But they
Well-
could do it if it's a draw, then say Jake wins the next fight, then get another rematch and
But
then
then again, that's also postponing
sell
Tommy
fights.
Fury, which I think Tommy Fury wants
My
soon.
my thought process is that if they have a rematch, Jake will win because I have more time to train. At the same time, though, Tyron Woodley with more time to train, he just becomes more and more dangerous. So
And I think
it's still an exciting fight.
I
but I do
personally-
think Tommy Fury
I don't
Jake
think he can wait much longer.
is better than a Tyron Woodley Jake rematch.
Yeah.
Logan's in the ring celebrating with his brother.
I personally
Oh.
think
Who wins this? That is the
I
question.
think Tyron Woodley wins the fight, but I think the referees give it to Jake Paul. I think
Should we read what people are saying on Twitter and stuff, or would that
We
be-
actually should. That is a very, very good
Let's have a look. at all-
idea.
Let's see.
I
Jake
do
Paul.
think people overall are just going to say Woodley won because they don't like Jake.
but then if I don't like Jake either, but I'm completely unbiased. I think I'd still give it to
It's so like
Jake Paul.
it depends because Jake didn't get dropped when he got hit into the ropes with that right hand. So it's not like it's just a nice clean hit from Woodley.
People are saying Woodley, either if he wins or loses, he's still got a massive bag. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
he's the
so,
real
either way.
winner no matter what.
Yeah,
let's be
pretty much.
honest.
Jake's now over to Woodley. I'm going to guess is just kind of talking about how good Woodley is as a fighter.
Why is Jake Paul standing on the top rope after the final bell after Tyron Woodley just slapped him around for 8 rounds?
What we learn that Jake Paul is a better than we thought far from a good professional boxer at this point, and Tyron Woodley isn't a boxer either. So
Jake Paul versus Tyron, the frozen one Woodley.
The frozen one Woodley. Well, this is the result. It is about to be announced who is the winner.
Right, I think Woodley wins that.
Obviously, the rest shirt is soaked. I don't know if that's his sweat or if it's because he's breaking up the clinch and then he's getting covered in sweat from like breaking up the fight.
Yeah, it must be a lot of active actually being a ref. Like,
Whoever told that trainer?
Yeah, he's running around, and then also all of the lights. He must be getting cooked from all that.
And all the people in there.
It sounds like he's wearing like nice, like cool.
I think that means 1 point to one.
Oh, yeah, one
split decision. Yeah, Jake Paul.
Jake Paul wins.
He's won it. I didn't know. I didn't think that.
See,
decision. What did I say at the start?
You said decision, Jake Paul.
You did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
so you should have put a bet on. You would have won money.
I think Tyron Woodley can be disappointed. I think
Tyron Woodley should be very disappointed. I think it's a draw. But as we all know, they don't like. They want Jake to win, realistically. So that's 4 wins for Jake, 3 KOs.
1 decision. I think Tyron Woodley can be disappointed that he was robbed out at least a draw. He did not deserve to lose. Maybe not win, but he could have easily. He did not deserve to lose that fight.
But I would say though, Jake's face is red. So say in the morning, that's going to be not red. It's going to be blue.
I also think Tyron Woodley should be disappointed in just his lack of boxing skills, because at the end of the day,
he's not a boxer at the end of the day.
Yeah, but it's.
I think he did perform well, Woodley.
Nice to see the mums.
He realistically should have won, but at the same time, he had, he put Jake through it, put Jake through work.
But I think it was Tommy Fury said that like he's never going to pick a fight that he thinks he can lose. Like that's why he's been kind of ducking Tommy. He's been like ducking people that actually could do a fight. Like, and actually, because this one he knew it would be close. He knew it was going to be like it could go either way. But he's not going to pick it. He's not going to pick someone that's proper.
The person Tommy fought was also his sparring partner, and he just ran through that guy.
Yeah, definitely. Not as good as we thought he would be, to be fair, Tommy.
No, but the guy who's fighting was crap.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
But he had a good chin, so... But maybe that you can say that then, like, Tommy's not got enough power, or as much power as you'd think. But also, you could just say he's got a good chin.
I think if you're fighting someone that's not a pro and not, like... You could tell that guy wasn't, like...
No, he wasn't a boxer, yeah. Retired MMA fighter, and his MMA career was
And it can make someone that's good at boxing... like look bad, so because it's hard to get in there when someone's inexperienced.
Well, that is the fight over. Jake is having his interview with the media after his win. As always, he's being like a mix of humble but also still Jake Paul. So
obviously, always had a good fight, but blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I think the overall consensus on Twitter is that
he lost.
Woodley won the fight. Yeah.
I think people are going to say that because they don't like Jake. I think the real, as I said, I think the real result was a draw.
I think the first 3 rounds went to Jake. Then the 4th round was a draw, and I think every round after that, I think, went to Woodley.
I can't wait to see KSI's tweet saying Woodley got robbed.
This guy here, he's
just easy money for him.
These judges are blind. Jake Paul, ran and never hurt Woodley. Terrible.
He didn't hurt Woodley, I will say that, but yeah, I feel like I mean, he did kind of run about though.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, someone's saying that Jake Paul will go down as one of the greatest of all time.
The last judge scored the fight 78-74 to Jake Paul, which is wrong.
78-74. So, wow, yeah,
A clear sort of decision there.
I don't know. That's that's a bad decision. But at the same time,
What do you think's next for Jake.
I think it's got to be
Tommy
Tommy Fury.
It has to be, unless someone else a bit bigger, because like a bit bigger, but also if someone else calls him out who's a bit bigger. Like if you had like a maybe honestly, I could see an MMA fighter like
I don't think
maybe
Bar McGregor or
It needs to be a
Nate
boxer,
Diaz.
like someone that knows what they're doing.
Bar maybe McGregor or
it could be Nate Diaz actually, but
I think he's just too. Nate Diaz is too scrappy for
also
boxing.
Nate Diaz is quite big.
What about Logan Paul?
There was that thing that they always say, like they always joke about fighting each other.
It's one of the things that will start off as a joke, and I can see it happening. They're both sort of same level.
So
Jake's just above him, I think. But
it's just such a, like a if they actually do that, that's such a robbery of a pay-per-view.
yeah, it's definitely a money grab. Like they don't want to be fighting. I think Jake wants a little bit of the, like he's the younger brother. He wants to kind of put him in his place, but I don't think Logan wants it. To be fair, which is fair to him.
Kamaru Usman is quite disappointed that Woodley lost. He
I mean,
tweeted
I
the
think
face
overall you
palm
should,
emoji.
like everyone should be kind of disappointed because end of the day, Tyron Woodley is, I know he's an ex-world champion, but he's still that caliber of fighter. At one point in time, he was the best fighter on the planet in his weight division.
And then there is the
So
part of Jake Paul falling onto the rope. That was the rope not there, would have been a knockdown,
Yeah,
which I think would have edged the fight to.
if it was a knockdown, Woodley wins because, he wins.
Mm.
You can't, like, there's nothing you, like, I mean, but it wasn't, and that's just the way life goes. So,
Yeah, nothing you can do.
but that is it for episode 1. Short and sweet.
I
Kinda.
enjoyed myself.
And I don't know, it's just episode 1. Yeah. So
Hopefully.
episode 2, we are going to try do a video a week, and there is other people who will hopefully eventually also you also meet, so they can kind of introduce themselves when they are present. But for now, it has been the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight live. Our reactions to it.
Disappointing.
Disappointed, disappointed, and
Disappointed, but what we kind of expected, to be honest. I think
it just means that Jake Paul's next fight
We can also react to.
we can react to. So episode
Yeah.
1,
Been brilliant.
that was our reaction. Next week we will see hopefully more of you, if anyone. Maybe we get 0 views.
At least 3.
And I can say like my mum and dad.
Aye, come on.
But we'll look
Please.
back in it in a
Please.
couple of years and it'll be like,
Yeah.
When-
Still nothing. We'll be in like an office job, just looking at God. Look at this video. But
humble
so
beginnings.
a bit of everything. We're not going to be like
Specifically sports.
watch alongs of
reactions,
sports. Yeah.
Any requests or that, we're happy to hear.
Requests, yes. Actual also feedback if you think that we can do something better. Maybe if you're someone who's like, I don't know, a director or a cameraman or something.
Help.
You think we can do something better, let us know. One thing that has been annoying me, that light has been
It's been
flickering
flickering,
all. For anyone who doesn't know, well, you won't know. We've been going through stuff and had this all on for hours and hours and hours, and I think it's taken a toll because the what do you call it, extension cable I'm using is dodgy. I was in my garage and I took it, it was all dusty. When I plugged it in, the light was like flickering because it was like turning on and off. And I had to I kicked it and it just started like working. And I think like you can just kind of tell that it's a bit shaky. So maybe that's our top feedback is get a good extension cable.
I've
Just
got a request
quickly.
actually.
Tyron Woodley doesn't seem happy about the result.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be happy.
He seems to think that he was cheated out, and he's still squaring up to Jake Paul after the fight.
Yeah,
and now Logan's getting involved.
I
They're
don't know.
clowning Woodley, but at the same time
Woodley's a future Hall of Fame UFC world champion, ex-world champion.
they're clowning him, but you can't take away the fact that
If
he has made Jake go through work, and I mean you can see in the side of Jake's head, it's already like it's not like swollen, but you can see that it's going to be bruised.
If they met outside, he'd kill him.
I don't know what they're saying, but look at Logan.
Logan-
He's like, Must have been something.
Well, at least the
like,
trainers are having a laugh about it. They're giving each other high
There you
fives.
go. Handshake. The deal is on. But
It's nice to see.
and the dad and the mum are hugging.
Oh.
Jake Paul doing
The
Jake
old
Paul
guy.
things more controversy.
And he's still shouting things at Woodley.
But yeah, feedback. If you have anything that you think we could do better, put it in the comments. We do have socials that will be linked in the description. If you would like to follow them, like, comment, DM. Maybe if you need us to help you with something, I don't know. What else? I'm just trying to think. This is the first time we've done it, so we're kind of like a bit newbie.
I've only got one request. I think we need like a bucket down there because I've been bursting for a pee since the very start. I've been my legs shaking. No, yeah, I'm joking. But no, it was fun.
Yeah, I think
good
that's
fun.
been
For a good
well.
start.
Maybe is that your pee?
I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no.
Is
no
that
comment? No comment.
Lovely.
Yes, it is.
If that is, you need to hydrate.
Exactly. No.
Anyway,
That's just pure sugar. Yeah.
that is it. Done.
Great.
We are so newbie,
Ciao.
but we won't be newbie. We'll be less newbie.
Yeah.
We'll be like Jake Paul, like slowly
Work our way up.
getting better and better.
Humble beginnings.
But we won't be a villain like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a villain for our haters.
Exactly.
That's the mindset to have. Okay, right, that's us actually done.
Good. Right. Thank you.
Bye.